Hi everyone, this is Dawn Marie. It happens to be January 23rd and it's my birthday, but I have been sick. So I'm not going to be able to tell you much about this. The girls are here with me. I actually wanted them to stay in their little cart next to me, but they've jumped up because they know Mommy doesn't feel good. So I'm going to pull my shirt over them so they won't come up and bother us. Okay, cuddle underneath there, guys. I'm not going to talk much, but this is my 100% junk journal that I did for January Dear Julie Challenge. I do have some mini videos of some stuff I did in this that I will put out later. I don't have the energy to edit them. And this one I'm hoping to go through all the way, and I'm not going to put any cute little pop-ups. And I'm going to try to just talk quietly through it to let you know things. I was going to have my husband's band music in the background, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So my desk is messy because I come up and work for a little while and then I go take a nap. This is the front. This was packaging. I made the binding from a piece of packaging that had holes in it already, and I did use tissue paper with some stamps on it, sort of like tattooing to go over it to make it firmer. And the back doesn't match the front, but this has been something that I've wanted to use for a long time. I love it. As you guys know, technically my journals are never complete until they go out the door. So eventually I would like to put some sort of thing here, but like I said, I'm sick, so I'm doing as little on this as possible. The inside, you can see that the binding I only did for a little bit. Let's go back to the binding. So you can actually see the, and because I'm on medicine, my brain isn't working. You can see the three, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Here, those were specifically from a Target thing that they sent us. It was a huge magazine. So here's the first one. And I did, cover some of their things. This is a corner tuck. That page is from an old coloring book. This is a page that I franken-paged with some pieces of lined paper and other things that I had hanging around. This is a tuck up underneath there. It's highly possible that what was there fell out, and I'm just not in the mood to look for it. This is a little notepad I've put in there, and that was a, the back of this one is an old envelope that I've put some cute little things on. This is a big pocket that I've put a big card in. Any of the cards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out, show them, and put them to the side. We had to make our own stamp, or I should say, stencil. This was my stamp. I cut it out of packaging, and you'll see these spirals all the way through. It was really easy to do. Seriously, anybody can do that. And that was junk mail. This is junk mail that I've taken some of Julie's digitals and put on, and then I took some tea dye and changed the little ovals. I don't know what I was trying to do. Once again, I've been sick, so most of this has been made while I'm sick. There may be some stuff in here that just doesn't make any sense. This is a little tuck. This was from an envelope, Julie, envelope, Julie. And what this is all over right now is a judicial candidates. It was like all their pictures and stuff. But it was already put together, so I just put a hole in the middle and used the entire book in here. So I did keep their cute little pictures, but I put places that you can, you know, write on them. And this, I made it look like it was with some Julie, made it look like it was braided. I used 3 different types of paper and folded them in on each other. All of these pages in here are all Julie paper. I used this as a tag. I did some stenciling on the back. I did one piece of paper and then I cut it and put it on a bunch of different things. So that's one of the things that got it. And these are mostly writing pages. This one has pockets. This is one of my jelly containers I made. This is stenciling right here. And I used as much packaging as I could in it. Showing how to vote by mail. This is a little, I wrote, tell a story on it. This is from packaging from copy paper. And I just, that's the, used a latch. Wrote tell a story. And this is some washi tape that I made. I also made it into a I used like the same stuff to make a bookmark. Actually, this is some of it too. I just kept using it. This is another page to write on. I put the numbers. And it was a flyer that we got that had my name on it, so I kept it there. This is a double pocket. This is a tag. This is a tag once again. This is paper I have that you used to use in typing class. I had already cut it. It's quite long, so it was in my scrap bin because I had cut it and used the other end for something else. This dog was actually in that Target flyer. I pulled them out. Here's another one of my cute little jelly jars. And then I have a little tag here. This was from 7 Gypsies. This is just a fun page that I did with a tag. And I had a thing that said poodle, and then I found this tag on one of the dog toys that I got. So I thought that was funny. I made a piece of paper here with tea dye, my stamp. This is from packing from Mexican Heritage. You can even see it's on Latino Heritage Month. I just thought she was really cute, so I put her in there. This is a Dear Julie page that I hadn't used, and I figured I'd just put it in whole. This is the last page on the voting thing, and this woman was at the bottom, and I had this from a coloring book, so I just pulled the words out. I used different envelopes on this one, and these are from packaging, and they're really just there. They're not really holding anything in, but you could use them. But there are 2 pockets on here. I used a Hobby Lobby thing to put on one. And then this was from my markers, my water markers. This right here is a piece of paper put together. It's another top big envelope. I'm not going to pull what's in there out. It's, this is from packaging. This is from the brush with the ink on it. I went like that, and then I put water on it. Made them fly, and then I drew all of these super easy draw roses. Because I thought that's what they looked like. This is from my electric bill. I don't know what months they were. Tim Holtz tab. I drew this page. I was actually feeling a little creative last night and started drawing on it, and then I started getting a headache again, so stopped. Another coloring page that I pulled out for something else. This is the page from the big Target book. And it just has so many colors on it. I used a lot of stamps. This one is for tap dancing, and I love it. Just had so much color on it. You didn't want to put much on it. Like, I didn't put anything on this one. From Coloring Book. So this group of pages, anything that's this shiny stuff is from my husband's and my book we got in the mail for 2023's health benefits, or benefits for working at Cisco. I tried to keep some of the people in it, and I just covered things up. I kept the 1, 2, 3 here. This is a tag. This is an envelope. The other part of the envelope is on another page, but I put this sort of belly band that is only attached at the top and on the bottom, so it's sort of, you could take, if you want to put something bigger in this side than in that side. Guys, come on. Once again, I live in a house with dogs. This happens all the time. I made a little book out of packaging, Dear Julie, Julie paper, and tea bags. Once again, one of my other big pockets that I've added a big page in. I'm not going to pull them out. There. Lay down. Ignore them. If I put you down, Billy Goat, you're not getting back up. Sherman, shut it. Shut up. Be quiet. I shouldn't say shut up to them, although it says that's what we say a lot. This is one of the pages. It had 4, 5, 6 on it. I covered things with tags and stickers. This right here is one big, huge, well, I had 2 pages, and I really like the front and the back, and I love the edges on this, so I wanted to make it so you could sort of use both. So it's a, I don't know, a double pocket insert on a belly band. I hate naming things. Another Julie paper. This is one of the, hey, you have an airbag that needs to be replaced. We get thousands of these. I remade it. And we've gotten them replaced, and I don't know why. So, another one of the pages that I kept the people on and just added, like, writing space. This right here was done in a challenge and a challenge. So I added this tag, which is the top tab that I cut off of something, and just some of Julie paper. This one right here is cute. I got a, this is what you get when you have lupus. It's called a butterfly rash. You end up having it on your chin and on your hair. And I made the hair, so I put lupus sucks, lupus sucks, lupus sucks all the way around. And then I put a tab on it, and you can open it up and you can put in your lists of who wants what for coffee. So it's like a double little notebook. This right here, you'll see it all over the place. It's for the little stone pictures or the little bling pictures that everybody's making. Check them out if you see them. This is the aftermath, or what you use to put things where they need to go. It's actually on sticky paper, so you can just take the back right off, and it's a big sticker, huge sticker. It's wonderful. Here, look, this is what I have left. And now at the dollar bin store, every time I go, I'm going to hope to find something like this. This is the other half of that envelope. Here is another tag that I made. Here's a edge thing. When going through all the National Geographics, I found a couple of these old envelopes that they used to have you do. So I put it on here. The fun things about the two tags I put in here is that one that comes off. But I made them rolled out, so you could tuck something in there if you wanted to, but you also had the papers rolled out. And then this one right here is actually where I started it. And see, unroll to write. So you can write on those. And that was Tim Holtz packaging, I believe. This is another envelope package. And this is an envelope, but I made it so you could put a pen. I didn't put a pen in yet. But I took the paper and made sure there was a roll in it, so you could tuck a pen in there. That's one of my favoriteest pens. Here's a little tag that was on something that came from my grandmother's. So I just put a piece of this on it and then put by something. And it still has the writing on the back. And then I put in, and then you flip it up, love with your make. Because everybody should be in love with their make. This was from something we got in the mail for our grandchildren, which are non-existent. So I pulled some of those things out. This was from a coloring book page again. It had that flower on it, so I added to it. This is the back page to one of the things. I made this was from a packaging. These things were that I pulled out from the Target flyer. I made a Tim Holtz ASPCA tag. Hopefully he gives and loves dogs, but I made it from one of his things. So we're on to the third one, and it says, "You are seen here." And I found Raleigh on something. I didn't know if I wanted to name the dog Raleigh, but that's really cool. This is my fabric pocket. I put my little, these are from a birthday bag. This was something I've wanted to make for a while out of, I got a speaker, and this was the instructions to turn it on, so I kept it intact and just added things to it. And then here's my little mini notebook out of all scraps, and that same thing. You can see how small it is because I made it with a tea bag thing. That's what I did the spine with. Oh, and all of this red and white that you see throughout this, this was my garment that I used. I took a baby sweater and I cut it up and made it into a Chihuahua sweater. And then I liked the red and white, the way it was curling. So I unwound some of the extra part that I had and used it in this. So that's another way to use fabric, is to use it as the pieces of it, not necessarily. These were the edges of this. And the pamphlet that I used was the Tabitha Brown Target pamphlet, so I did put that in there. This was another dog in there, and this was another dog. I couldn't cut the dogs up, so I had to figure out a way to use it so you could see both of them. I used a lot of packing material from dog stuff. I made this right here. I don't know if anybody has a golden retriever. Its name was Lily that went to heaven, but if you do, let me know and I'll send that to you. Once again, you can see this is the benefits package. This was the front page of the benefits package. So it flips out. Right here, I'm going to do it this way so I don't have to move the camera. I did a flip, and this is a fabric flip. I just put a paper frame around it. And this was a hanky. Vintage hanky from my collection. This is my pull-out page, so everything is glued on, but very, very lightly glued. And you can just pull out pieces to write notes on. There's lots of little scraps in there. This was made with a envelope, obviously. And because this was very vintage, I sort of made this all vintage. This was from a quilt in the pages of something. Actually, I think it was the Target book. These were pieces that I cut off, and I actually made my own little quilt with it. This right here came from something. It says, stop comparing yourselves. 3 things to know before you get started. Stop comparing yourself to others. That should be number 1. So this right here is a page. It's a sticker page. All the stuff came out of it first, and then I put it down. I was going to peel it back up and use it so you could see that somebody had put a grid there. I'll pull that off so you can see that it was, and use it as a stencil. But I really liked that there, so I left it. So it was a stencil, but a stencil with an added bonus, I guess. Back of a envelope that I liked. The reason why I liked this is very tactile. There's almost like a plasticky coating on it. See, you can hear it. This was from something packaging, and I just cut that out of the packaging. A lot of times I'll just cut pieces of packaging. This was from packaging from a Jane Davenport pastel kit. This was from something I bought. It was the tag. So I gave her a cute little flower. This was the page from the Cisco book. I put to hide something that was there. I just added packaging, and then I made this little thing. I was going to be taking them out, but sometimes I put them back, sometimes I don't. This was the other side of the thing that I used before. This was done in one of the challenges with a dog cookie cutter. That actually, the way you store it, because they came together, is the bone is on the inside. You can take the bone out, but I thought that was sort of cute. And I just colored the inside. And that you can tip down and write in both of those. This is a double pocket thing out of a envelope. It's one of the envelopes that you get that says, because you're ridiculous. It's a silly card. So I left that because I don't know what I want to put there. I may I was thinking of putting different phrases on, like, you could just set it there depending on what phrase you wanted to put there. I don't know. I was too tired to do any more, and I just want to get this thing done. This is my bookmark with tape. This was on the top of a bag. Another tag that I just added to. This was from, because I was in rescue and because we give to a lot of rescues, this was in the ASPCA flyer that I got. So I added that in. This is an envelope that I just tucked in the middle, and so I have this tag here, and then this has stuff on it with a love, and then this tag here. I sort of like how I did that one. And then it was a window envelope, so I did stick a doggy that sort of looks like this one. They're not the same dog. Coming out of that with this on the back, so that, and then this is almost like a bookmark too that I stuck in there so you can see something that it is a book, but it also doesn't get rid of that beautiful paper that the doggie's up against, because I loved that paper. So it looks like there's a marker next to the doggie. I like to put weird quotes with things. They come off of packaging. This page was all of this stuff to hide things. This was the instructions on the bottom. I just took it and slapped it on. This is the other side of that fun envelope. So it's really just a write-on page, but I did do something cheeky here. This was an envelope. I loved it. I've saved it for a long time because of the guy relaxing. One of the last pages, I used the writing that was at the bottom of it. So I made a belly band, but I wanted to keep, I don't know, I made a really long belly band, extended it off the edge, and glued it to make a tab. But in doing that, it also made a pocket. So I made a little card to go in it, but I also had these clear stickers that had the same, that I had printed this same pattern on, so I stuck it to the clear there, so you're sort of getting a hint of it there. And so the card is actually part of the tab that you can pull in and out. And this is a belly band. This was from, actually from a back of a sticker plate. Packaging. This is packaging. I made a little tab out of it, and that was the stencil. I used 2 envelopes on this. This was leftover packaging paper, I think. Tea-dyed paper or avocado. I mixed them in here. There was a flyer about dry eye, because my lupus gives me dry eye. Videos can only be 20 minutes. I'm not sure, so I think I got all of this. This is from the hammock. I made this from a book page that I had pulled out for something else. You can see packaging, 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 packaging from a bicycle pack of cards. Shoot, I did this, and it might know. Some more stamps, more of that piece of paper, that sticky paper. Tab at the top, piece, the last piece of my, of the handkerchief. This is the back page of the final signature. See, I thought of it, the name is signature. I ended up putting a chain of the swirls I made out and did a little funky drawing there. There was something here I didn't want to see, so I put a little, actually I pulled that all the way across and had it go down there. I like to do belly bands beyond, I don't know what we can call them, beyond the page belly bands. This is the last page. This is from a box of cards that I got. This was from packaging from Jane Davenport that I used. You can see that this was from a paper packaging, but I made sure I could still see the Artco. And this is actually keeping the back sturdy. There was something there, so I ripped out Very Good candle, and then I did do some stenciling around the pack of matches there and added it to it, so it sort of looked like they were on fire. And we're at the back of my book. And I'm sorry I had to do this sick. I hope you can get through my raspiness. My husband says it makes me sound sexy, but I don't know. And I hope you enjoyed my 100% junk journal. And this is what I like to do. If you have anything that you would like made into a junk journal, feel free to contact me. And as always, I want everybody to be happy. I want you to try to create wonderful things. And always remember that your fur babies are with you forever and ever, and to love and kiss them as much as you can. And even if they drive you nuts, put them in your belly so that they can be with you while you videotape. This is Dawn Marie with Creative DME Designs. It is January 23rd, 2023, my birthday, yay. But I am so not into it. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.